Oh, hold the fuck on. I just realized because every time that I go to edit, like I'm like, bro, we've never said our names. We did the first time, but I didn't include this shit. I was like,
do they care?
I don't give a fuck.
Like,
that's like shit on them. No, it's just kind of awkward. Like when you gotta introduce yourself like that.
I don't know. I guess they just.
Hi, my name. And this is Disney Channel.
Alright, so that means we're never gonna introduce ourselves. Alright, anyway. So did you wanna
Lindsay Lohan with the magic chalk? Huh?
Rest in peace, Lindsay Lohan. She's not dead, but goddamn.
Oh damn! I was like, she dead? She
what? No. She's chilling somewhere. Yeah. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go with that shit.
So let's talk about Lindsay Lohan.
No. So we were talking about Waffle House and IHOP.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I used to have a clear answer until I went to one of them, and I was like, well, this actually might be closer than I thought. So what do you think, Waffle House or IHOP? Which has the better? Which one has like the better service, food?
Shit.
Even I guess.
So that I believe that's all situational. I know that's like a really subjective answer, but it's like the Waffle House down the street, like it's chaotic as fuck. Right, so it's like you walk in, they might as well just have a cigarette in their mouth, like they're whipping that shit up. They slap that shit on, but like they're like, "How you doing, honey? What's going on? Hey." And like there's people fighting out back.
Yeah,
you know,
they literally Waffle House has just always been like Street Fighter beta stages. Never made it into the game,
but like they're super nice.
Yeah,
like anytime I'm gone, like. I went to one in like Mississippi, and like she was like literally FaceTiming somebody while checking me out. I was just like, all right, dog, like, hey, you know, you gotta talk to your family. I get it.
Whenever they say like, sugar or honey, it just makes me feel warm inside. It's like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it feels like they're all in the trenches and they know it, so they're just making the best of it, and they're like, fuck it, like we might as well all have a good time.
Yeah, and in between that, you're hearing like. You're hearing like alcohol bottles breaking.
The fuck you say to
me? They're fighting the crackhead out back. It's crazy. I feel
Where's my milk? I ain't got your milk, Johnny.
Not today.
Oh my god.
I feel like IHOP is a lot more corporate.
It's
very like by
international house. Open.
It feels a lot more stiff. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I feel like if I'm hungry, I'm gonna go to Waffle House.
Yeah.
Cause like I know I'm gonna get some good greasy shit.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that's gonna come to my mind. And I know it's like every time I've been to IHOP, it's taking much longer to get my shit than it has at Waffle House. Like if I'm just comparing like that. I would say though, like I think I've had like servers like that are like good in the sense of like traditional servers, like that are better at IHOP than I have at Waffle House. Because like Waffle House, I forget shit like sometimes and like they send me the wrong thing or whatever. But a lot of times I'll be like, whatever, I eat all this shit. So
when it comes to like taste, honestly, I used to give it an IHOP, but I think like with my experiences recently, I'd still say Waffle House.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to IHOP not that long ago, right? Just because, why not? And they had like chicken and waffles, right? And I had a buddy that was across from me. He had like this baconator omelet. It was just, this shit was so fucking delicious. I was like, yo, this shit looks so good. And then it came with pancakes. I think that Waffle House might have it. It's better if you like to go. But I think IHOP might be better if you're like eating in.
I feel like if I want to have a good experience with some friends, like, and not have a body fucking fly over my food, like, I'd probably just go to Waffle or to IHOP. Shit, I don't know. Like,
also, IHOP there's just way more Waffle Houses around. There's just everywhere.
Yeah, I literally got like 2 Waffle Houses down the street from me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit. Like, I'm not driving. Yeah, the nearest IHOP is like
forever from here.
Yeah, like 15 miles away.
Are they like in other places? Like, or
they're not as common up north. I don't think.
They're not as common.
Because whenever me and Caleb went trucking, I was like, hey, we should stop at like a Waffle House. He's like, they ain't got that shit.
Oh, they ain't got one.
Like, what are you talking about?
Are they out west?
So this is like a southern thing.
They are. I don't know about like California. I think they started disappearing in like Texas.
Okay.
Like the farther west.
Yeah. Okay, so like
But I'm not 100% sure on that.
So I guess it's like southeast.
Yeah, that's like Chick-fil-A started disappearing like the farther north you go.
Really?
Yeah, when I was in New York City, I found one Chick-fil-A, bro. That shit was so funny. Because it was like, you know, you had like the New York people hitting up like Dunkin' Donuts and shit.
Yeah.
I looked over at Chick-fil-A and it was like, no, it was like a group of like obviously like, you know, the church people with like the fucking Guy Harvey shirts on and shit. Like all these white people.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. No, like the straight up Baptist fucking like we're going fishing after church crowd.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, like the pastel color, all that shit. And that was the crowd that was there. I was like, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's crazy because you're like, dude, nobody fucking. I've seen maybe 3 people at a Dunkin' Donuts at one time ever.
It's crazy.
Really?
It's crazy because down here is all Krispy Kreme. Nobody fucks with Dunkin'.
No.
Up there, bro, completely different.
I worked at Dunkin' for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like I was there for like 2
bro,
months.
They make their
How was that
with,
experience?
Like, dishwater, dog.
I like honestly, I was like, it was kind of boring at first until like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get fast as fuck at making these
spicing up the
breakfast shit, and then I got fast as fuck at it, and then like I just started like just racing, doing shit all the time.
Did you just stop showing up there?
Yeah, I just I mean, it was cool too. The people who worked there, they was cool as fuck.
He was like,
but they was paying me like, bro, it was like, man, $7, like
$7
an hour, like, man, like,
you know what's crazy?
It was ass.
Dunkin' Donuts, $7 would take you as far as like 4 donuts.
I mean, I wasn't doing shit for real though. Like, it was alright.
Dude, I knew this guy. He got promoted to manager like immediately at Dunkin'. He was like 18.
They were like, "Thank you for showing up."
Yeah. Oh, thank God he's here. It was crazy because he was like, "I love my job, man. This shit is amazing." I was like, "Are you sure?" Like, I don't know. Like, you know, good for you, bro.
Give it about 4 months.
Yeah, I don't think he works here anymore.
It's not hard. It's like really easy, but it's just it's like, I don't know. After a while, you get tired of it.
You know what was whack? CC's pieces.
Oh God,
that shit was terrible. Oh my God, I went there for 2 months, but it felt like 5. Like.
I remember Paul saying he almost fought the manager or something. Like,
probably, dude.
The manager's son, I don't remember.
It was wonky as hell. Everyone was in high school. Like,
I can't do that shit anymore, bro.
Closing shift was just ass cheeks because they were so anal about trying to. You had to make the complete like store complete like spyless. So say your shift ended at 10, but you got to make sure that like the whole kitchen, everything is completely like rid of any kind of like residue whatsoever, like more than you would typically think. And I remember, I think I was there till 12 o'clock one time, like at night, just trying to scrub the floors, just because it's just procedure. And man, it was
6 layers of grease you're kicking up.
Stupid. Like you go home smelling like
Dookie.
Pizza meat. Nasty, just gunk shit.
That's disgusting. Yeah, that's how it was when I worked at Shogun. Like, we go home every day smelling like fucking Japanese food.
Yeah.
I smelled like noodles and shit. And I didn't even like really eat Japanese food at the time. I was like, man, I smell like ass.
Yeah. At first it was cool because he's like, oh yeah, I get to eat, pizza every day. And then 2 weeks later, man, he's like, I'm sick of these fucking brownies. I'm sick of these fucking cheese rolls. It's like I want a salad.
Please, I want some water, please. I'm tired of drinking grease.
All y'all have is Kool-Aid. I'm tired of this shit.
Oh, please. Yeah, it's funny as fuck. Yeah, I just remember getting in my car every night and like I'd be just wet. And girls would be covered in bullshit. Yeah, because we were like dishwashers and like table cleaners.
Same, that's what I was.
Yeah, we were busboys, and it was, bro, that shit was booty hole. I thought I did pretty good. Apparently, I did and shit. They taught it was like me and this other dude went fast as fuck, and like, but then as soon as we quit, they talk mad shit. They're like, "You're slow as fuck."
Bro, the way they treat like busboys, they want you to have like 8 arms. Like they want you to just constantly. They want you to be cleaning the dishes, also picking up the dishes at the table at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. Like there would be still be somebody sitting down. And they'd be like, "Why are you cleaning that?"
They want you to like. Ultimate
Ultra instinct.
Nah, I'm talking like ultimate disc golf. Chunk that shit from the dining room into the cleaning machine. And then you guys still got a manager. It's like that angle was terrible.
Bro, I remember when I worked at Walmart, bro. That shit was so fucked up. Cause like I'd be in the back, like I work dairy frozen, so like I'd be putting my fucking milk up, but like they can't see you back there. And we, like, Xavier knows there's a dude, he worked back there, he didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So it was just me back there, and then, like, my manager, he literally, this motherfucker wore, like, 8 pounds of cologne every day. That shit was crazy, bro. Dang. Yeah, you can smell him from a mile away. This motherfucker, like, pulled me into the office. He's like, "Yeah, so you're not doing shit." I was like, but here's what's crazy is, like, so right before that, they tried to say that, like, they had camera footage of me like leaving the store, which I didn't do. But I was like, "Yo, you can check the camera," and he's like, "I don't have time for that shit." I was like, "Obviously you did like a month ago. What the fuck?" And then like I was mad as fuck, so I went back and I was like chucking milk and shit.
Yo, wasn't that this? Good call.
Yeah. Then like he walked in, saw me chucking milk. He's like, "That's it." I was like, "Bro,
yo, wait, dude." Wasn't that the same Walmart where the managers were taking employees and fucking them and like across the street?
That was the one I worked at after that. Yeah, it was the night manager. There was like a hotel next door, and he would just like take them and fuck them.
Damn.
Yeah, like, "Hey, shawty, pull up."
Pull up at the Hotel 8.
I was like,
"I got you a little severance package."
I literally, when I pulled up, the store manager just got fired, or he quit, but he was about to get fired, and the night manager got fired for fucking on the job. So there was no manager. It was all just like people who were supposed to work specific sections, and they all sucked ass. No, there was one girl. She was like, bro, she had to be like 4'3", but goddamn, she went hard as fuck, bro. That shit was, I felt so bad for her, dude. She did her job so good. Everybody else sucked.
She probably had to climb shit.
Bro, yeah, she was like nobody would show up. Yeah, nobody would show up to do the truck, so she just soloed that shit. And then like,
she was soloing trucks.
Yes, dude.
How much were y'all getting paid?
Not enough. It was me soloing shit like a lot of days. It was supposed to be me and this other dude, but they fired the other dude for no reason. Because he was the only one that could. You got to be certified to work in electric lift. Yeah. And he fucking like no one else. They wouldn't certify anybody else, but they tried to get us to use that shit. But if you use that shit and got caught, you got fired. Yeah. So we wouldn't touch it, and then they tried to get us to do it. We're like, no, get Reggie to do it. So then Reggie did that shit, but then he actually hit some shit. Yeah. And then they fired him for that. So no one could do it. But this
everyone
girl
just standing around the machine, just
it
was like,
I ain't touching that
shit. That's how it was. Like they were trying to be like, hey, can you? And I'd be like, no.
No, I ain't touching that.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's how it went. But no, this girl, bro. I remember because it was like right when they started the point system, and like I racked them hoes up. Because I told them, I was like, bro, I'm in college, so like y'all gotta be patient with that. They said yeah, and then they weren't. We got a new store manager. He was by the book. That motherfucker quit in like 2 months later because he's like, this store sucks shit. Yeah. And then that like little like 4'3" lady like was like, hey, I'm gonna be real with you. You got like 5 points. You can like debate this. I was like, no, like yeah, I'm good. She was like, are you sure? Like you should really debate this, like because she was like, bro, we ain't got nobody. I was like, nah, like I'm good. Like
She starts with, please.
Bro,
please, it's just me.
She literally, like, right after, because I was told they fired 16 people in one day.
Was the points?
Damn.
Yes, because that's when they rolled that shit out. And people just racked that shit up like crazy. And she, like, they didn't have anybody, so she's like, fuck this. And she just went to Starbucks, became a barista.
You know how
it's probably so much better.
Yeah, she was like, yeah.
You know how in Gumball, is the one dude, he's working every job in the whole town.
That was pretty much her, bro. Like you see her all over the goddamn place.
When she's done with Starbucks, she goes back to the Walmart.
That shit was ass.
She changes her hats.
Like, let's talk about some anime. Let's get on that shit. So you're saying Goku versus Frieza?
Yeah. All right. So, of course, when like anime came over to the States, it was very selective. You know, even back, like, I guess even before our times, the motherfuckers had to get their shit mailed to them by, like, VHS tape. They would have actual, like, magazines that you would look through, and it would be full.
Wait, who had to get that shit, man?
Like, back during, like, the early 90s and stuff.
Like networks had to get that shit mailed to them?
So what you would sign up for these magazines, and the magazines would have listings of anime that you can rent. Think of it as like a Blockbuster or like an early Netflix, but for anime, and it would have pictures.
They had shit in Blockbuster too.
Bro, ain't nobody did that shit. What the fuck?
This is super back in the day.
That's where I found the Jubilee films, and Blockbuster had them.
Ghibli?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Goddamn.
Yeah, because I was over this one guy's place, and he had those magazines just for collections because they're kind of cool, and I opened them up, and yeah, it's just a bunch of anime from the 90s back when, you know, they couldn't, you know, get that shit. So like Akira, like just a bunch of just, shit from that time. So, but yeah, Goku versus Frieza. Okay, so like when that first came out this way, you know, because we didn't have that much. Because it was tight, because, you know, you're just saying, like, dudes fucking punching shit at each other.
Yeah, like, meaty dudes punching.
They're fucking yelling, got dudes passing out in the studio. It was hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
So, so when Frieza fought Goku, you know how that shit, it takes forever. But I thought that's how anime, you know, was. And I wasn't mad about it. I was like, yo, this shit is hard. I don't know, Goku gonna, like, you know, he's kind of getting his ass whooped. Now Goku's whooping Frieza's ass. And now you watch anime from today, that shit is over in like an episode.
Yeah,
completely different.
That shit over with.
Completely different, bro. It maybe at most it'll be 2 episodes, a 2-parter.
Man, because I remember when I was a kid, like, Tsunami would play that shit out of order. So I didn't even mind, because I was like, we got to the end of the Frieza fight so fucking quick. I was like, yeah. And then, like, I didn't really watch all the DVDs for years, because, like, I couldn't afford, like, the DVDs or any of that shit. And I didn't know about watching shit on the internet. Yeah. So then in high school, actually it was you and fucking Hussein were like, like talking about DBZ. I was like, shit. So I watched the whole thing. But dude, when I got to, I remember I downloaded it off a website. And when I got to the Frieza fight, I was watching that shit on my PS3. I was like, damn, like they're just sitting in one spot and talking. And I just hit I had the fast forward button going, and it would just be them posed up for days, like little episode. I was like, there's no fucking
Imagine
way.
having to wait every week for that shit to come out. Like,
no, because I didn't watch as much. I'll be honest, I didn't see as much of the Frieza fight. I saw the Android saga, the Cell saga, and the Buu saga. For real. And I remember the Buu saga specifically, they would play shit out of fucking order.
That was crazy.
And I was like, where the fuck did Kid Buu come from? What the hell was this? Mm-hmm. Like, that shit made me so mad. But I love Buu because that was like the first arc that I could really follow. And then come to find out years later, everybody hates Buu. Yeah. I'm like, this motherfucker was amazing. What do you mean?
Well,
like,
it's because the last fight was hard, but there were so many others. He had so many transformations too, were like pseudo transformations where he would eat people and like gain their power and clothes, and it would go on for a long time. There was an episode where Goku and Vegeta was inside this nigga's stomach,
He did a lot
of
trouble. I remember that. Yeah.
That was a few episodes of that.
I didn't mind because I don't. It all felt like it was a part of the journey to me as a kid.
You know what's crazy though is that on the hyperbolic time chamber it's supposed to be a completely different dimension.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah,
I already know.
Yeah, we just talked about this actually.
He retconned the fuck out of it.
Bro, he just yells.
That's why I fucking was moved because he makes up his own lore. He screamed his way out of the hyperbolic time chamber. I'm like, he didn't give a fuck.
That and like that fight was so goofy. And back then, they were like really hard to me. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like, 'cause in the beginning of DBZ, they established like when you're dead, you cannot die again. That doesn't make fucking sense. And then Kid Buu somehow fucking teleports to the afterlife. And he's about to planet burst everybody. And Krillin's like, what happens when he does that? Like, you just don't exist. Like, you're gone, buddy. Like, how the fuck does that even make sense?
Bro, I laughed my ass off when he was fighting Cell and Goku just transported himself to like King Kai's place and he fucking kills him off. And then they all died.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe because like King Kai wasn't like dead at that time.
Yes,
but he's still in the fucking afterlife.
He's in the afterlife though.
So like,
nah, he did, man.
He's got the halo now.
Yo, if he wasn't dead before, he's elevated.
But he's in the fucking afterlife. So like,
they blew up his shit. They blew up his Mercedes.
I'm not gonna lie, like, because that was around the time I started having like anxiety. But like thinking about like DBZ and Bleach gave me so many fucking panic attacks. Like it really made me like just question existence. I was like. Especially like Soul Society, because I try to watch an explanation on that shit, because it's like there are people who are born in Soul Society. Yeah. Soul Society is the afterlife. What the fuck?
Well, even in all like different like religious texts and all the shit that they got in the world, like I think one relevant thing that's like a common reoccurring thing is about the shit that's us or whatever, our spirit, the life death shit or whatever, but our spirit or whatever is supposedly like eternal. The energy can't be destroyed. Like it just goes somewhere else.
Well, that's kind of what they insinuated from what I understood was like it's like reincarnation. Like if somehow
you reincarnate in the death.
It's like when you die in Soul Society. I think like you go just. Fucking dude, I don't even know. I know I'm a fucking suck. I think it's like you go back to Earth, and when you die in Earth, you go back to Soul Society. You just keep bouncing before.
So everybody's in Earth just like waiting to run it back.
I guess.
You gotta wait in line. You seen that movie Soul? They had a long ass line. Straight up.
I wanted to. For another time, I want to talk about that fucking movie. I got some thoughts.
I'm gonna be out. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up a lot of Disney movies. I just don't give a fuck anymore.
No, that's fair. I don't blame you.
I watched Encanto and I was like, sorry.
Sorry. Encanto was
that one actually.
You said you didn't?
I didn't finish.
It was alright.
There's always this ongoing back and forth with me at least, where it's like I go into one of these movies and then it's like if I don't enjoy it, it's like, oh, I didn't really enjoy that. But then again, it's like I'm not the demographic for that anymore. Like I'm well past that. So it's like, but then again, it's like it doesn't mean it's above criticism too. So it's always like drawing the line of like how much
you still watch it and criticize
it. There's some stuff I I kind of shirked off. Like I ain't about to watch that, man. Like. Like third movie I done made like this, and then I walked in like on like homies watching it or some shit, and then like I sit down and watch it, and I'm just like I find myself, I'm like, dang, I'm like halfway into this movie now. Yeah.
That's what happened with me.
I just cried.
That's what happened with I love Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was just hilarious.
Yeah.
I watched that shit so many times.
It's just a good movie, man. They kind of fucked up. Like Hulk story in order to make it though, but like playing Hulk shit.
It would have been fine if they just did that shit for that movie.
Yeah.
But then the fact that they're like, Professor Thor's back, or Professor Hulk, I'm like,
dude, Planet Hulk could have been an amazing.
That was a movie. I see. Did you see the animated movie?
Yeah, I saw parts of it. Yeah. That could have easily been like his own movie. But
did y'all see at least any of the spoilers for She-Hulk?
No.
All right, so spoilers.
I have not watched it.
All right, do you want me to say anything?
I don't care. I'm not watching it.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna say it. It's actually like a mad big spoiler. They dropped some lore in She-Hulk that I was not expecting. Cause honestly,
do you feel like they made She-Hulk just to drop that lore?
No. I mean, it was like its own story. I just think that like they were like, we gotta get the fans to watch it because I feel like we still live in like a somewhat like misogynistic society when it comes to like television and film. Like they see that it's like a female lead kind of thing, and a lot like at least there's a large amount of people who just like, because I feel like Black Widow probably didn't do that well. I haven't looked at it, but I'm pretty sure.
To be real, there aren't really like a lot of Marvel stuff that are even like
Black Widow was like an interesting character to begin with.
Yeah.
She's just the girl that pulls up with guns and knows kung fu.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it set out to tell its own story, but they wanted the fan service to be there too. Cause the shit that they dropped, man, I don't know how the fuck you didn't get spoiled. Like that shit has been everywhere.
Well, nah, bro.
Well, they dropped that movie after Endgame, like after she was already like
dead.
Delito.
Yeah, she got dead.
So it's what? So
yeah, it's a prequel.
Like, all right, but
why'd you kill her? That shit felt so unneeded.
Yeah,
like I didn't feel like they needed it.
It's obligation, man.
I forgot she fucking died.
Honestly, man, there aren't really a lot of Marvel characters I can like connect with. Period. So I know some people like they go to they go see these movies and they're super hyped to see them, like all the characters. But man, it's only really a few times where I felt like an emotional connection with the characters I'm seeing on screen. I think one of the biggest times was when like Peter Parker dies and he's like hugging on to are you
talking about in the Spider-Verse?
No, in Endgame.
When he got dusted. I forgot about that.
Yeah. That one was like rough. I was like, whoa, this is hidden.
Yeah. Logan also was really good.
Yeah, but other than that, man, a lot of times it's just like
we fight the bad guys.
Yeah,
we're the heroes.
It's Captain America and Iron Man is kind of bickering about some shit, and then it's like they cut over.
They don't even have that anymore.
Yeah, they cut over to like they cut over to Warhammer, and it's like he gotta remind you that he's still in here. And it's like Don Cheadle's like, hey, we can't do that. And
Black Widow's
like,
you knuckleheads.
Some people might not agree, but it always been my favorite. I always loved the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
But I actually like the older Hulk movies.
Oh, well.
And I'm just saying.
The first one, I admire them for trying what they did, but goddamn, that shit was corny as fuck.
But the second one with what's the name?
Abomination.
That one was okay. It was just a little.
That was better. Yeah, it was a better movie.
That was my shit. I liked that was a lot actually.
Yeah, I remember enjoying that.
Well, they haven't made like
I feel like
they haven't made like a post Avengers Hulk movie.
I think they're afraid to. I think it's because like everyone's like, what the fuck can we do with Hulk? Yeah, because all he does is punch shit.
Well, I mean, like,
but there's I feel like there's.
Well, he had a story. They just merge it with other people's shit, and he doesn't have.
Yeah, because they're afraid to try and tell a Hulk story.
With Hulk. Yeah.
That's why they were like fucking Professor Hulk, so he can be an actual person.
Yeah, I don't think they realize how fucking that man brutal. There's a lot of I don't
think the guy who plays the Hulk really. I don't know if he could solo an entire movie. I don't know.
That's why I like what's his name? Edward Norton. I think that's his name. Yeah. But apparently he like they didn't want him to reprise the role because he was like asshole or some shit on set. But I very much enjoyed his Hulk. Like I was like, he was a
decent Bruce Banner. All I remember from the very first Hulk movie is all the comic book panel cuts.
Oh yeah.
That shit was weird as fuck. But I admire them for trying to keep it, the source material.
They tried, yeah. They were trying. The game was hard as shit.
Oh yeah. Is that the one where he plays Red Hulk on the PS2?
I think.
I think it was a.
There were there. No. I know there was at least one.
It was on both.
It was on both.
Yeah.
It was the one where you could take cars and turn them into boxing gloves.
Oh, I was about to say it's all of them.
That shit was okay.
I don't remember. I got it from Blockbuster like one time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the Punisher game from back in the day. Because I remember, like, I read all the IGN ads and shit, or the Game Informer, and it just looked like a super gory, like, Punisher one-shot game. And then I looked at some gameplay, and, like, Iron Man's in that. Like, Stark Tech is in there. I think there's, like, a couple superheroes in that. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know that.
You fight Iron Man at one point. I'm like, okay.
Well, to be real, the Punisher does have a lot of his stories involve like other superheroes, don't they? Like,
yeah, but I mean, this was back when you gotta remember, like, the Punisher solo movie, the original one, was like that's back when superheroes didn't have like crossover movies.
Okay.
You'd have like Hulk by himself or Punisher by himself.
But this is the game,
Batman.
right?
Yeah, but I mean, but like the game, the ads made it look like it was inspired by like the movie. So like, you know, it's like, oh, we're just gonna have Punisher, or we're just gonna have Batman doing his thing, or whatever.
Question: how did we go from from Goku versus Frieza to Marvel?
It's just how those things go, man. It'll be like one tidbit somebody hangs on. It's like, oh, you know what that reminds me of, and then bam, you got a whole other tangent.
Yeah, but nah, dude, I don't miss that shit at all. I remember me and Dakota talking about, we're like, there's never gonna be an Avengers movie. Like, they're never gonna be, because it really felt like Hollywood was too afraid. They were like, that's too corny, we can't do all that shit. And then, like, at the end of that Edward Norton Hulk, when the general's there, or no, Iron Man, Tony Stark walks in.
Yeah.
And he's like, he walks in and talks to the general, and he's like, hey, we're putting together a team, which, I don't remember why they said, like, that shit is uncanon as fuck.
See, that was another reason it pissed me off, too, because then they changed the actor.
Well, they also replaced, what's his fuck with Don Cheadle as Warhammer. I cannot remember.
What's the name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
He was War Machine.
I thought you were about to say Terry Crews.
Yeah, he'd be a great Warhammer. He'd be a great anything. But not, because he was the original. Because I remember, like, watching Iron Man 2, and I was like, looking a little different.
A lot of different.
Sounded a little different. Like,
this nigga dark skin, that nigga light skin.
Dude, it was so crazy. It really felt like they went like, it's. I mean, you just replace a black guy with a black guy. Like, who the fuck's gonna know?
Dude, yo, if you're dark and bald in Hollywood, bro, they swap you out.
That was a flip, though. Come on now.
I don't think
that's like you going chocolate to like light caramel. Like goddamn, going.
It's like the white people.
I want to say I could be wrong. Because like
of course.
Terrence Howard says some fucking crazy shit, but I want to say that one was like a reasonable request. It was like, hey, can I get paid more? Because, like, I think Robert Downey Jr., even, like, during Iron Man 2, was, like, already getting his shit bumped.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. L plus ratio, get the fuck out.
Didn't he had a...
and he's, like...
He had a crazy deal,
He was an age-lit actor at the time. Like, that man, like... So that wasn't crazy for him to ask. I don't think.
No, that was reasonable. And I could be wrong, but I want to say that's what happened. But, yeah, Robert Downey Jr., I think it was for... one of the Avengers movies, like, was almost not going to come back because he was like, I am going to get this insane pay raise, and then all of my co-stars are going to get this insane pay raise. And they were like, that's crazy at first. And they're like, actually, you're the only guy who can play Iron Man. So,
maybe not.
Yeah, no one's going to see this if you're not in it.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm pretty sure that's why they killed him off.
Yeah.
So, like,
for the team. Yeah. Appreciate your service, man.
Also, he's kind of getting up there in age.
Everybody got paid though, so it was like.
No, I think he had like a really great. Didn't he have like a really great contract from the first couple of Iron Man movies?
I'm not sure.
I think I don't know. I could be talking like out of my ass, but I remember hearing something about he was getting like royalties, like a good amount from the Iron Man movies. And Probably could have, because the first Iron Man movie was also just like a really big risk too. There's no way they knew it was gonna take off as big as start the Empire that they did. So he probably could have got away with it back then. So
yeah, my whole thing is like a lot of the stories they're telling in the movies now are stories that were centered with like Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah,
like people who are fucking dead now.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah, that's true.
This is really strange. Like, it just feels empty. A lot of them.
I thought that like in the comic shit or whatever that it was like a bunch of them ended up dying, but it was like who left over they got old and shit. But it was just Tony Stark and like Bruce out in the fucking desert somewhere.
Dude,
like they just kind of pick little pieces and make.
There's no like. I mean, you've got like 616, I guess. But like, there's so many just alternate Marvel universes and endings and shit. You can't be like, this is what happened. Like maybe for that specific story, but like, there's no like. I mean, shit with fucking. What was that shit called? Like one of the Secret Wars, where like they're like, fuck, we've got too many universes. And they just literally murder like a fuck ton of universes and like merge the Ultimate Universe with 616. Shit. That's why Miles was with fucking 616 Peter for a while.
That was Sailor Moon. That was who she was fighting. She fucked up the other universes.
Oh yeah. But so that's what I'm confused with is like, so in the MCU they brought in the multiverse, right? They've shown that there are like versions of characters that look different. Like you know, you got like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Tom Holland interacting. That's you know, they're both Peter Parker. I'm like, why the fuck don't you just get a new Captain America? Well, I guess Falcon is Captain America now, whatever. That's fine, but like
I'm a dude.
Iron Man. Like, where the fuck?
I'm tired of like superhero stuff for the most part. But this journey has been like over 10 years.
Endgame felt like where it ended for me.
So yeah.
Everything feels like
it built up to Endgame.
Everything after Endgame gives me the same.
We're in Boruto land.
That's what I was about to say. You just the same feeling Boruto does. I was like, land. This is for people who just want to consume more.
Yeah.
But I don't care anymore.
Well, I think Boruto was more, that was supposed to be like geared towards like young.
Fuck no, dude. It wasn't geared towards anyone.
You don't think so?
No, because it's literally just telling the same story half-assedly.
It just reminds me, like, I honestly see some of the ways like some of the characters like, interact, and it reminds me of just like some children I know from this generation.
Well, Boruto really is them just not letting the Naruto series die.
Dude, the Chunin exams in Boruto felt like the exact same thing, but with lower stakes. Because in the original one, it's like, you can die out here.
Yeah.
And they kind of implied that, but not really. Cause
some folks did die.
In Boruto?
No, in Naruto.
That's what I'm saying. That shit was hard.
Fucked up.
Gaara pulled up and he ended some careers.
Dude, even when they were in the big tree, the big forest area, so many of them kids died.
They died.
Them kids
they died.
Killed.
And then in Boruto, I mean, Kakashi, the most he does is like, I could break your arm, Boruto. But then he doesn't.
It was a sort of realism to the fact that, hey, yo, this is a ninja world and ninjas, that shit's
not even that, but guess how, you didn't even get to see conclusion because you had a coup happen on. Yeah, so
they could have dropped even more bodies. Like,
no. It was actually pretty cool, by the way. They just, they had the huge training arc, and then, like, before it's even over, the training exams, just have a Orochimaru versus, like, their Hokage. Yeah. And then you just, everybody's fighting each other. And then Naruto's fighting Gaara and shit. That shit was crazy.
I feel like Kishimoto was afraid that the pacing was going to slow the fuck down if he didn't do something.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
If it was just like, because you think about it, they already had like solo matches.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, we're just doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
That's one reason I kind of get frustrated with My Hero Academia, because it's like, we're doing the tests.
Yeah.
Now we're doing the tests.
Yeah.
And now we're testing.
It goes, everything is planned.
They still training and shit, but they finally got into they give them like work study program shit where they can get out in the field officially or whatever, because it's supposed to be illegal to work without like a license and shit. They tell you that shit from the beginning though.
Yeah, that's why I like Vigilantes more. But
it was a lot of the training stuff though. Like,
dude, it literally was the same thing like all over the fucking place for a while. And then whenever was it All for One or One for All? I think it was whoever the fuck.
All for One is the bad dude.
That one pulled up. Like that's when it started feeling like shit was getting real. Because it's like, wow, we're not like fighting. Like these motherfuckers aren't breaking into a high school.
Yeah.
To fight kids now. They're like, we have to go to UA to fight the kids. It's like, why, dude? We have to defeat All Might. Why? He's fucking. Well, I guess they didn't know at first he was old as fuck. Yeah. I don't even remember the reasoning for invading the school.
Because they knew he worked there as a teacher. Because he decided the principal.
But they didn't know he was work there. They didn't know he was like on the way out though, right?
I think they also wanted to. They wanted to break into UA to spread like fear, because if they start hurting a bunch of kids around the world, like the superhero school, it would damper people's perception of heroes. It's like, oh shit.
I don't know about y'all, but I would be like,
also too, did that grown ass the Nomu?
Oh yeah. But still, like, why? Like that grown ass man beat up a kid. That's
would just be like, you just gotta beat some kids, man.
Like, what the fuck? Like, we still have like.
Hey, he's a kid, but they got grown man powers. So
all right, but there's 600 fucking heroes right down the street who could probably fuck that dude up.
Yeah.
And he went to a high school to beat up some kids.
Oh.
So it's like we have to build.
That's some evil shit. Some villain shit.
Some evil is pretty evil, my man.
What was that dude's name? Was it Strider? The dude.
Yeah.
Now that was a son of a bitch. He just wanted smoke. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck that they were high schoolers. He was just like, I'm here to beat some ass.
He was like, are you hard or you not hard?
Yeah. That was a real ass villain that I wanted to stick around more.
Yeah, you take too long to answer the question. Damn, I guess you're not hard.
He would have fucked on everybody for real. Like, they just happen to be high schoolers. Cause he was in Vigilantes too, but I think like he got along with them because they didn't work with the law specifically.
Oh.
So he was like, y'all are
yeah, cool.
Up until I think like the main character said some shit to him and he was like, that's kind of whack. So
that's not very hard.
That's not very hard. I think I only read to like chapter 6 or something like that shit.
That shit is so good, bro. Cause like Knuckle Duster is just like All Might with zero powers and he's like a fucking bum. Like Eraserhead is fighting him and he's trying to take his quirk away. He's like, did he erase my quirk? And then he's like, oh, this motherfucker doesn't have any power. He's beating my ass. He stops.
Just raw as fuck.
He stops mid-fight. He's like, I actually care about your business, bro. I'm gonna head out.
I do like in a world where you already have this existing power system that characters, even if they don't have like, they're not born into like super genetics, can still do shit. They would try to do that at first. If you remember in Dragon Ball Z, where it was Gohan, he was training Videl, and like Videl could like, she was learning how to fly. Until she got absolutely
before she got fucking
crack snap.
Yeah, she got the Toriyama housewife treatment. She literally just got reduced to a housewife after that fight.
Yeah, she did. Remember she was stopping criminals.
Yo,
remember that?
Yeah, she was pulling up in Dragon Ball.
That's crazy. That's almost like Goku wife.
Chi-Chi. That's literally what I just said.
Oh my bad. I'm just saying like, cause she was like strong as fuck. In Dragon Ball.
Did you hear anything I just said?
I thought y'all were talking about Videl.
I literally said that's like Chi-Chi. She was pulling up in Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, my bad.
She entered
fast.
She entered the Budokai tournament. At least once, I don't remember.
Chi-Chi?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I remember. Yeah, didn't she ask Goku to marry her while they were fighting?
Yes.
Or something?
Yeah,
I think that's how that went down.
Because he's like, I thought marriage was food.
Oh.
She was like, are you fucking cute?
So stupid.
Are you fucking cute?
Stupid, dude.
That motherfucker was dumb as hell.
Yeah, she proposed in the fire ring, bro.
I still think Goku should have got with Bulma. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'll die on that hill.
She's like
well, it's only because of what Chi-Chi
a decade older than this man.
You said what?
She's like a decade older than this dude.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No.
She was like, what? How?
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Bro, cause he was like a kid. He was like a kid.
No,
he
was. I think he was like 10 when Dragon Ball started.
No,
she was like
bro.
No, he was
a kid.
He was probably like 7-ish, and then she was probably like 15, maybe. I mean, but when they got older, I mean, it didn't really,
11. Goku was 11 at the start of Dragon Ball.
How old is Bulma at the start of Dragon Ball?
She can't be that
She
much
can drive.
older. She can't be that much older.
16.
16.
Okay. That's not crazy.
That's not, no.
That's not that weird.
No. Not wild. That's not wild. That's 5 year difference.
Yeah. I mean, when they're both adults.
That's legal in the USA. It's bad.
I mean, like, I'm not saying, like, get with him, like, as soon as she turns whatever. Like, that's that's so weird for them as kids. I at 16 thought 11-year-olds
But it is Japan. Children. Japan would definitely pull some shit like that.
Yeah.
Japan would most definitely pull some shit.
Okay, but, like, well, I mean, look at it this way. Like, I always saw Vegeta as, like, no, he wasn't.
Vegeta was same age as
yeah, he's older. Like he's older.
He's older.
Yeah, because I think the original Bardock movie and then the new Broly movie, they both showed him as like whenever Goku was born, he was already like 5 or 6.
He was.
He's already getting sent on missions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's already.
I've always just seen them as like the same age.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, maybe it is kind of weird. I don't know. I don't like Chi-Chi. Like when she became.
No, that's fair. No, I get you.
It was cute at first, and then it just got fucking annoying after a while.
Her personality is that she cooks food and she's angry all the time.
Yeah, she doesn't do it.
That's what Toriyama did with her, man.
She a mom though, like
but this is whack, bro. Like
study.
I hate. Okay, I hate that though. Like I hate the like portrayal. Just like you just turn somebody into a housewife. That's just. I mean, even like being a housewife is not even necessarily like a bad thing, but it's just his like the lack of like emotional range for this character is
Toriyama, man. Like
she was. I mean, that is kind of weird considering she was like a warrior, like as a child.
Yeah.
And shit.
No, yeah.
And like her father was like the Ox King.
Yeah.
The legendary apparently.
Dude, Videl was stopping armed robberies.
Yeah.
She was going in solo to beat up dudes robbing banks.
Yeah, she was doing shit for a little bit.
She was hard. And then she got
beat up.
She got her back broken like Bane. Like she got And
that was so graphic.
That was it. I still don't know why Goku was like, "Don't do it, Gohan."
No, Gohan.
Don't Gohan.
Let her get her ass beat. It was because if I remember, no, actually I don't. Because didn't they sucked the fucking soul out of Gohan? Or somebody.
There was somebody. I think there was somebody. It was because that's during the Boo arc.
Yeah, they let it happen because they wanted to see where it goes and shit. I was like, I don't know. I remember even when I was watching it, I was like, you could have stopped the entirety of the Boo saga if you just beat his ass.
Yeah. I guess Bobby and Bibbidi, whatever. Yeah, they were in the crowd somewhere waiting.
No, so he's sending like the 2 henchmen to get like some kind of like key or something from somebody, and I want to say it was Gohan. And then they went back, and that's what they were using to revive Boo. Mm. And then they followed them there. But I'm like, if you would have just beat their fucking ass there and not allowed them to do that, granted, like Bobby probably still would have tried again. Yeah. But it just felt like there were so many points where they could have just like prevented this from happening.
Yeah, honestly, just seemed like Goku just wanted to see Videl get her ass beat. Hold on, Gohan. I gotta see this through. Hold on a second.
I think I was talking about like the Cell Saga. No. Yeah, I was talking. Me and Raymond were talking about the Cell Saga. You know, like everybody talks about whenever he gives Cell the sensu bean.
Oh yeah. Cause as soon as that happens, he has like fucking Saiyan cells. So he literally, as soon as he gets stronger in that instant. Yeah. That shit. He made him stronger.
Oh, yeah, because he got a Zenkai boost. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Well, both him and Vegeta dropped the bombs.
Well, so I was thinking like, all right, so his reasoning.
Wow.
Hold on, his reasoning initially was good, where he was like, yo, like I need Gohan to fight him because I'm not always gonna.
No,
be
that's not a good.
Hold on. I need Gohan to fight him because I'm not always gonna be around. So if he would have just, because he fights Cell first, if he would have passed the baton off right there, Cell's already like weakened. He's not super weak. Yeah. He's not super strong. Gohan could have ended it right there.
They're trained for Super Saiyan right with the level was at, then could have beaten Cell.
Oh yeah.
But after the Sensu,
his stupid ass. Like you're literally putting everybody in danger because like I'm pretty sure everybody realizes how fucking strong Cell is at this point. He's absorbed 2 fucking androids who were beating your ass like not even a week ago.
Straight up.
He now has their abilities. He has all of your abilities. And you hand him a fucking Sensu beam.
Straight up.
Bro, that dude, nah. Like,
and guess what? They got the ass.
It's crazy that I'm more mad.
He get another hit in after that shit.
Yeah, he got laid out.
He got straight.
It's crazy how we're all like more mad at Goku than Vegeta.
No,
he pretty much did the same shit.
He's a dumbass too. He can get it. Sam was like, please, bro, if you kill me now, you won't see me beat your ass in the future.
Trunks is just like, bro, you kill him now.
Trunks is like, please, dog.
Shut up, son. He literally punches Trunks for trying to talk to him.
Get the fuck out of my face. I don't care about your fucking dead ass world.
I almost like, I still feel more hatred towards Goku because at least Vegeta at that point didn't know
realize how strong
he didn't know
how bad he was gonna get his ass beat.
Yeah, he didn't know the full scope of Cell's potential abilities. All he knew was he was straight dunking on this dude. He was beating his fucking ass. He was like, sure, bitch, like do whatever you gotta do. And then, but Goku knew the entire situation, and he still chose to be a fucking.
He was like, I just need my son to get a dub.
Yeah, and then like you could see like the doubt in his eyes whenever Piccolo was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Dude, Krillin like, "What the fuck are you doing, Goku?"
Yeah, because at first he's like, "Just watch," and then afterwards he's like, "Oh damn."
Actually, you'll turn the camera off and get my ass beat.
I'm not posting that shit. So actually,
fuck.
That's good. Took his ass to King Kai and had that shit go the fuck off.
Still didn't die.
No,
he came back. He still did that.
He had a blind belief in his son. Like he knows it. He knows that like, oh, Super Saiyan 2 is possible to reach, but doesn't know that like it can actually happen.
Yeah, he still doesn't know the full scope of Super Saiyan 2 abilities.
We'll say it gave us way to one of the hardest moments in anime, though. The father-son Kamehameha. Bro.
Yeah.
And then they fucked that shit up in the second Broly movie.
Oh, yeah. In the Broly movie.
Oh, is that the one where...
son Kamehameha.
Oh, is that the one where Vegeta's groveling because he doesn't want to give his power?
That's the first Broly movie. Okay. The second Broly movie was Gohan, Goten, and Trunks.
Is that when they launched that nigga into the sun?
Yes. No, wait, they did that. Actually, I think they did do that in that one too.
They did it twice?
Yes. The first one wasn't as funny because like the planet like goes into the sun, but the second one was super funny. Bro, because they blast him into the fucking sun.
And he's just screaming, his ass cheeks are clenched. He's like, oh!
I don't even
melted his ass.
I blocked the entirety of Bio Broly out of my brain. I remember sitting there the whole movie just mad.
And they try to bring him back, and he just has like a meltdown and just like falls apart. Like,
he's like an animatronic or android.
So
but
dude, okay, so it makes no sense because think about it. The second movie they blast him into the sun.
Yeah.
But in the third movie they try to say that some of his like blood or DNA like sank to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And they got some of that shit and then like cloned him.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
They got his Jordans at the bottom of Salt Lake City,
Utah. He fully come back. He come back and it's just like ooze and shit.
Well, no. At first
it was
Broly.
Oh, yeah,
and they were like, "Oh shit!" But they like stopped the process halfway through, so he comes out and he turns into a mud monster.
He literally falls apart after he just fights for a little bit, and he's just.
And that one was 18 Goten and Trunks versus Bro, and that shit was ass.
Which one was one? He's like a redneck. The Android.
Oh, that was Super 13. Yeah, that shit was great.
Yeah,
what's your $13 haircut? No, he said, "Boy, shut your $13 haircut."
He has a personality for real.
Super 13 was so fucking cool. He talked so much shit, and then he punched Goku in the dick. He straight up smashed that man's testicles pretty good. If that shit was canon, bro, Goten would not exist. I was like, damn, bro, that's rough. There was like a little dude with a sombrero. I don't remember what the fuck he did.
Was he an android too?
Yeah, there was, I think, like 3 androids in that movie.
Don't tell me he was Spanish, was he? He was...
I think it was like pseudo-racist.
No.
I remember the BoJack movie was good too.
Yeah, I fuck with BoJack.
There are a lot of Dragon Ball Z movies, actually. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
Which one is the Broly movie where it's Trunks and I guess it's Goten? Like they pee on.
That's the second one.
Face.
Okay.
Yeah,
they on his fucking hip. I typed in Super 13 and it was just the picture of him punching Goku in the dick. That's tough.
His best character trait.
Yeah, that movie was good as fuck. BoJack was good. The original Bardock movie was really good too.
Yeah.
That was actually, that shit was not supposed to be canon, but Toriyama liked it so much that he was like, actually, bro, I'm gonna write that motherfucker in.
Yeah. There's the with the Cooler movie.
The first Cooler movie was really good. The second one can fuck off. Meta Cooler.
Oh yeah, Meta Cooler shit.
Bro.
He had a character that was named Frieza. He decided to call his brother Cooler.
What's crazy is we all thought that was corny, and then Super came out, and then they were like, "Fuck, there's a whole planet of Saiyans again." Call Khalifa, fucking.
Oh yeah, more vegetables.
You had to start making more shit out. Yeah. What was the little dude's name? I don't remember.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, he was
one of the Jesus train.
Yeah.
Oh.
Had to be like broccoli again. I don't fucking know.
Broccoli. That's what Vasaroshi called Broly.
Okay, there you go. That's what it was.
Broccoli.
That's what his name is based off of.
It's just a dinner plate.
Yeah.
Cream corn.
What the fuck is that kid's name?
Ham hock.
Kefla was one of the girls.
Cabbage.
That was it. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, it was cabbage,
bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm just throwing out words.
Yeah, no, that's what he did too.
Okay, but for real, can we get a saying named Ham hock? That would be so tight.
I mean, that's like
Ham hock, the Super Saiyan.
That's like Trunks' family's name after underwear.
Are you
Yeah, Trunks Brief, Bulma Brief.
Oh.
Their daughter's named Bra. They had to change it initially because they changed
Bruh.
it. Yes. Yeah, in the English dub, they changed it to Beulah, I think. Yeah. Bro, he just like literally named shit whatever. You didn't know this?
No, I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, it's the Brief family.
This makes his shit way less hard now. He kind of fucking up the canon for
that's
me,
why.
right?
Yeah, that's why his name is Trunks.
No, Trunks is like a pretty
It
cool
sounds
name.
cool, but then you know why he did it. And you're like, oh man, that is not cool.
I don't care how many times you kill Frieza with his sword, bro. You're just a little bit more corny.
I forget. Yeah, because I remember like when I first found out
Cream corn.
Bra's name, I was like, what the fuck? And I thought about it. I was like, holy shit!
That's the whole family.
What is? Hold on.
There's a character named Cream.
Cream.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I'm thinking of Sonic.
A whole family
Bulma's
name
mom's
of
name
assorted underwear.
is
That's true.
Panchy.
Pinchy.
panty.
That's awful.
Her dad is literally just called Dr. Brief. This man did not give a fuck when he named his characters.
Damn.
Dude, that's so funny.
What the fuck is Bardock?
Bardock?
He's a special breed of ham hock.
A special breed.
Bardock vegetable. Burdock.
Burdock.
That's a vegetable.
Burdock is a vegetable.
Wow. Isn't that like a root or something?
That's what it looks like.
I've seen that before.
Burdock. Oh, what the fuck is that? It looks like a cactus.
Let's see.
Hold on, maybe I gotta type in.
So what is Kakarot a thing? Is that
carrot?
Is that a carrot?
Yeah.
It's just with a
that's
rot.
A root.
Oh, carrot rot.
No, the burdock is a root.
Oh.
No, Kakarot is just carrot. That's what that's supposed to be.
I guess King
Vegeta's vegetable.
The King Vegeta, King vegetable.
King vegetable.
King of all vegetables and assorted fruits.
I gotta make sure that it was.
I will conquer all the salads.
The kid's name was Cabbage. it was Cabba. Excuse me, Cabba.
Yeah,
Didn't
he have a little sex robot? Is that that was
Vegeta's. That's Turtles. That's Vegeta's brother. He was a pacifist.
He had a legitimate. He had an android with him, and it was just like a sex robot essentially.
Turtles is apparently in Japanese. No, because I was trying to figure out what vegetable that is. Formed by rearranging the syllables of lettuce. Because in Japanese it is terisu. Or teresu, whatever.
Oh, this is just.
So yeah, he's a vegetable still.
I wasn't expecting to learn this much mythos.
But it only gets deeper, I promise.
You know, radish.
Yeah.
That was a mystery to no one. To not
straightforward. I always thought it was kind of strange. Like, this guy's got a weird name here.
What's Nappa?
Hold on. You might be kind of saying something.
What the fuck is that?
It's just napkin to wipe off all the vegetables they've eaten.
The residue.
Yeah, to clean up.
Napa cabbage.
What?
It is a type of cabbage.
It's a type of cabbage? For real?
He did this. He planned all of this out.
Shit.
It is a type of cabbage.
He can't be stopped.
It has 13 calories per cup. If you didn't know that.
Well, Vegeta killed his ass in 13 seconds.
So fuck you know.
I'm tired of your shit.
Damn it, Nappa. For today.